Greetings and welcome back to Victoria 3. It's the 19th of February 1924 and this basically means that we almost made it, guys. We have left approximately 10 years, a little bit more, 10 years of game to play, and then this first Iron Man experiment on the Wiki 3 will be officially over. So I will say not to waste any time and unpause immediately. In the meantime, I can give you a quick overview of what is the current situation. So as you can see, the gross domestic product is going well. We are 11th in the world. Coming to the literacy, it could be better. At the end of last episode, it was slightly above 60%. Then we have lost some positions, but I would still say that it's okay. We are 96 in the world. Standard of living is the one that is concerning me the most, and that's the reason why I will mainly focus on the economy and on the satisfaction of our pops in this episode. The population is growing. It has always been growing. We are 12 in the world per population. The number of radical is high, and that's also the reason why I want to tackle this problem of the standard of living. Coming to the loyalist, we had big changes within the last year. So I managed to reduce here the tax waste that we currently have because of the lack of bureaucracy. I was building 2 government buildings and now we go to plus 24 in the budget, which will allow me to then decrease the taxation again. I could even afford with this minus 9k for some time because we have plenty of gold reserves, and I really want the standard of living to go up again, so at least the people will have more money in their pockets. And as you can see, the most problematic strata right now is the upper strata, because lower strata, they expect 9 as a minimum and they are at 11.3. Middle strata minimum is 14.7 and they have even 21.8, so it's quite secure, I would say. And the upper strata are struggling because here, as you can see, they expect a minimum of 21.9 and we currently have only 22.1, so it's not sufficient. We really have to decrease the cost of furniture and luxury clothes. As you can see, mainly the clothes, I will say. The furniture I managed by changing the production method of some of the existing industries, but the luxury clothes we are still behind. And the secession movement is growing, unfortunately. Unyamwezi, I don't know how to pronounce it. This of course is not good. They want to separate from us, even though they are not even discriminated, but of course they are not happy with their quality of life. Let me take a look at this. Lower strata impoverished, even though they are not doing so poorly. I think we need to improve the situation of the lower strata of the Unyamwezi, because these are 10k people and they are impoverished like right now. I mean, the middle strata and the upper strata, they are quite fine. So let's take a look at what they need. They need a lot of... actually, they're doing good. I'm also curious to see what happens, by the way, in case of a secession. And by the way, we have here a new heir that was born. Berihun Solomon is the new heir to the throne of Ethiopia. Let's take a look at this little boy. Heir apparent and politician. Industrialist, very nice. Ideology, Republican, very nice. Culture, Amara. Popularity, neutral. Let's try with emergency relief, and then we can also try to promote national values. Let's see if this helps somehow. No. They really want to succeed. The problem here is that I'm afraid that France might try to jump in case if we will have this secession of Tanganyika. Diplomatic play. I'm curious to see what happens here now. And if somebody will try to pry into our business. Hopefully not. I will not mobilize my generals until really needed. Seems that no one is leaning in their direction. Okay, we unlocked the central planning, which is good because it increased the taxation capacity. Let's do another thing then, because we really need to increase the prestige. Okay, our generals have reached the front. So let's also take care of this event here, rugged schools. In our progress towards the enactment of compulsory primary school, rugged schools have been avidly suggested through the country. This charitable organization will provide food and education to our society's most destitute children. This would give approval to the Oriental Orthodox Church. Let's do it, it's fine. And I hope we can rapidly clash this. Ah no, okay. There is no need of fighting, it seems. They just back down. Very good. So in the hand displaying the entire force to the front, it was successful. The attempt of secession was failed. Very good. And we managed to preserve the integrity of our territory. Let's take a look at our beloved France. They are currently at war again against Austria. So there are two wars at Austria. This one remains blocked forever. But then there is also this other war. This will have been the right time to declare a war for recognition, but unfortunately we do not have the play available, because we are an unrecognized regional power and not an unrecognized major power. That's a problem, unfortunately. And let's see if we will be able to pass the law for the compulsory primary school. This will be great. In the meantime, by the way, the standard of living are increasing again, so we managed to please again the upper strata. Due to the inhuman condition that children face in their workplaces, many families in Oromia have chosen to hide their offspring in the hopes of them not being sent to work. Children? What children? 47% of chances, but then we need to wait for another round of consultation, unfortunately. And we are the 10th economy in the world. Unfortunately, we do not have enough prestige. And it seems that finally the two wars with Austria, between France and Austria, are over. This is interesting. And by the way, Austria was replaced by the Austrian aristocratic revolt. Interesting. And the original Austria became in this little country here. 23 in the rank, they're a minor power. The Austrian aristocratic revolt, on the other hand, is the 8th. Pen and paper event in Oromia. The enactment of compulsory primary school has come to a halt due to some public protest. Many of the families that lack the purchasing power to meet the expenses that buying new school supplies imply, thus preventing their children from scholarization. Wealth cannot be a prohibiting factor. Plus 15 of bureaucracy, let's do it. Let's see, 47% in this round of consultation. We might be finally able to improve the life of our children in the Empire of Ethiopia. Will this be the case? Nope. I keep failing. Rousing speech captivates the public. This afternoon, Saleh Ali Adadeyas, leader of the Oriental Orthodox Church, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of compulsory primary school. Let's get this plus 15% of enactment success chances and we go up to 62%. Come on guys, we can do it. The economy is going very well, honestly. I could really increase even more the salaries, and I have the taxation at minimum, and still we are quite productive with good gold reserve as well. suggesting that the economy is going well. In fact, you can see how the GDP is skyrocketing. Also, the standard of living should increase with these changes. And we managed to pass this law. I will imagine that now also the literacy will significantly improve. And let's take a look at this Workers of the World event in Equatoria. Internationalist sentiment within the trade unions has generated suggestion to reach out to workers in France. Let's see. Class above nation, and we will penalize landowners and industrialists are already quite angry. In the Radical Party, they are all super loyal. That's nice. These unpatriotic ideas will fade, and we damage a little bit the trade unions, but they will survive. And there is a newly formed party. It's the Social Democratic Party. Let's take a look at this. So now we have the Conservative Party with the armed forces, Liberal Party with industrialists, the church, landowners and intelligentsia. Okay, they moved to the Liberal Party. And the Social Democratic Party with the trade unions. Petite bourgeoisie basically is not associated with any party. Interesting. And at the opposition there is the rural folk. Law and order. Pointing to the rampant turmoil from radical activities in Ethiopia and Equatoria, the Conservative Party has campaigned on the platform of more policy. Should I give momentum to the Conservative Party or the Social Democratic Party? Probably to the Social Democratic Party. Let's do it. Citizenship, can we pass? Well, we could pass multiculturalism. Why not? It will attract people from other countries and remove the discrimination. And there is here a diplomatic play in Nile. This is Egypt against the revolutionary Egypt. Oh, two Sicilies, Tripolitania, they are all supporting Egypt. I think I can declare neutrality here. And now, of course, we have a number of good shortages because of this war. That's why I was saying, let's hope that this conflict does not last for too long, but it should not be the case. And there is a trade agreement with Germany, we can decline. And there were new elections in Ethiopia. The Liberal Party won with 10 million votes, 63% of the population vote for the Liberal Party, and now we'll have the chance to reform the government for free. I think I can, well, actually in theory I could leave them as they are. Petit bourgeoisie is already out of the government, it's now at the opposition, so I'm completely fine with this. We don't need to reform anything. Against the odds, this we have seen so many times that there is no need of reading it again. We have North Germans, by the way, coming to Ethiopia. Interesting. I think we can damage the petite bourgeoisie. Definitely, I don't want more radicals because of discrimination. Also, I'm not in favor of discriminating people from North Germany. After all, it's where I'm located. So, and we have, by the way, 52% of chances of passing multiculturalism. And this time we managed. And this means that we will start attracting people from other countries. Of course, we have lost a lot of authority, though. This is the side effect of multiculturalism, and because of that I have to cancel a number of decrees. We might be able to change the governance principle now, because there is a lot of clout around that. There is also radicalism, unfortunately, but that's an option. Maybe a presidential republic would be okay. Let's see if we can pass it somehow. Now that the war is over, I think we can get our economy running again. And there is a high level of radicalism because they want to preserve the monarchy. Then let's stop. Now we are an unrecognized major power, rank 15. Okay, now we are talking, guys. So I do not know what I can do at this point to increase my prestige. Most likely there are no other technologies that I can unlock. So maybe I will go with political agitation, because in the end I have diminished my authority with a multicultural society, so maybe it might be helpful to go here and have political agitation to compensate that lack. Let's try. And now, by the way, we will be able to have the force recognition exactly. France, Kalmar Union, Russia and Great Britain. Kalmar Union will be the ideal candidate for this, but we do not have any open front and we do not have also a navy. So the only real option in the end is France. At least the good news here is that France is it has lost a lot of power in the course of this final part of the run, I will say. And right now they have no wars in course. So I will propose the following, because I think that this episode was already lasting way too long. I will end this episode here. It's the 4th of December 1929. And this basically means that we still need another episode to complete the run, and we will see if in the next episode we can manage to have the good occasion to move, for example, against France. Finally, we also managed to become unrecognized major power with a significant jump in the ranks. Now we are the 15 in the world with 40 millions of the GDP, so we managed to let's say recover from the crisis we had during the Egypt disorders. And then literacy is again above 60%, 61.7%. Standard of living, we partially fixed them again, but now the middle strata are struggling. Population is still growing, 50 million, we are 14 in the world. The radicals decrease from the start of this episode, and as you can see, the trend continues. So that's a good situation, I will say. Let's see how things develop in the final episode of this run, guys. But that's all for today, so see you in the next video. Cheers!